Anyways, welcome to the F and F. Are we just calling it F and F or Freyyll and Friends? Going full.
It's your show.
What? Y'all are half of the show.
We are in F, but
You are
We
one
are
of the
F
Fs.
in the Fs.
You are one of the two Fs, so you make up half. I'm Anthony, aka Freyyll.
Hello, my name's Austin.
I am Ian. My computer's not starting.
At Austin.
Cue the technical difficulties.
At Austin on Twitter. Put that in there.
Oh, it's AWSTEN, right?
AWHSTIEN. Something stupid like that.
Had to make it complicated.
Austin. AWHSTIEN.
Or Joel.
Proper spelling at the bottom of the screen.
I'm about to say I will throw up a thing in your search answer on Twitter, right?
I believe I am Search Sinister on Twitter.
Is that what you want advertised? You do put your art there, right? Go buy his art.
Yeah.
Also, click the sub button. Maybe like the video. Crazy.
Fucking smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that. Share with your friends. Post it in one of your family group chats where people get easily offended. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about today. One of which is, of course, having to be Emo Firefest. So we got When We Were Young Festival. Takes place in Las Vegas in October.
You mean the festival?
Yeah, the festival.
Allegedly.
What is the date? Unprofessional.
October 22nd.
October 22nd. We're in October.
It's October 22nd.
22nd for sure.
It is the 22nd for sure.
Okay, the 22nd for sure. October 22nd. One day, 12 hours, 11 to 11. 65 bands on 3 stages.
3 stages.
Mom said he didn't trust me for the date.
I mean, look at that face. You can't trust that face.
I trust my face.
Can't trust me enough to tell you you're moving. Anyways.
I forgot.
Scene. So logistical nightmare, right? So that's been on everybody's Twitter, TikTok, everything of it, like the last,
it's
day.
Literally been my entire Twitter
the
feed.
concert.
The thing and the absolute shit show that will probably be. So you got huge headliners, right? So you got let me pull this up because
MCR.
I was ready. You got My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Bring Me the Horizon, A Day to Remember for some reason, even though they're in hot water currently. Avril Lavigne, Bright Eyes, Jimmy Eat World. I would love to see Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
But you got
Not affiliated.
you got Ipervel, Pierceville. You also got several bands that just were allegedly not touring anymore, and now they are, or bands that haven't toured in quite some time that are suddenly touring, like My Chemical Romance. They haven't even played the show they announced 3 years ago.
Yeah, but suddenly
And
they're
yet
going to be
at this festival.
My thought process behind it was
They never played that one?
No.
Oh shit! For some reason I thought they did and it was over. I thought they were done.
No,
And
they said, hey, we're touring, buy our tickets.
Hey,
Pandemic. So like, how are we gonna expect them to play this show, but not play their actual their show, their return tour? It's really weird. Especially, and then you got all these other bands that are doing so much shit throughout the year, working on new music and stuff. Like our personal favorite, Dance Gavin Dance. They're writing new music. They got Swanfest in March.
Where is it, by the way?
Oh yeah, where's the new music? Come on, we're already into the new year. So there's so much logistical nightmares. First off, how are you gonna fit that many bands in a 12-hour section? Warped Tour used to it, and this is something I've been seeing a lot of people say. Is like, oh well, most of y'all never went to Warped Tour growing up. There's 7 stages.
7 stages.
For about the same amount of bands. You can't compare the two. This is 3 bands or 3 stages.
This is like it's power hour the entire show.
Yeah. So you're either looking at rotating stages where setup and is going very quick and equipment is being shared, which can cause a bunch of issues while performing, especially if it's not tuned to your liking. Well, there's so many different things. And then the set times. We don't know anything about the set times. The artists don't even know anything about the set times. Taking Back Sunday. So they shared the post on Facebook and Twitter, and somebody's like, "Hey, do you know how long the sets are going to be? Because it doesn't really make sense." And they said that they have absolutely no information on it. How does a band playing this whole entire festival not have any info on it? That doesn't make sense. Pat, one of the members of Iceland Kills, also tweeted out. He was like, "Hey, this seems cool," and somebody was asking information on it, and he's like, "I literally just found out about this after this was tweeted." Like, he didn't even know this festival. He didn't even know Iceland Kills was playing at this festival until it was announced.
So that makes me wonder, like, is this accurate list, or is this just who they have in mind for it?
Well, so Paramore has already agreed. Like, they've announced they're performing. Bring Me the Horizons announced they're performing. A bunch of bands have already announced they're performing, but from what I saw, there's a couple bands that still haven't announced it, which is interesting. I don't know how that's gonna go. And then there's some like EU bands on here, and are they gonna even be able to make it?
Yeah, can they even get over here? Right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, granted, it's on the other side of the year, so like, we don't know what's going on. Yeah, so we don't exactly know how that's gonna work. But like, how many of these bands are actually still like really performing music? I mean, they got We the Kings on the list. Has We the Kings done anything? Like, I thought they weren't even together.
Not that I know.
Very weird.
Mimi at the Altar said they're going to be there.
Mimi at the Altar did say that.
And I'm very excited. That's a new band that I've been listening to. Very good.
I've been meaning to get into them. I haven't.
So good. So good.
So you would recommend? What kind of music are they?
I want to say I've heard at least one song from them because their name is very familiar to me.
Very, very good.
I see them post on Twitter all the goddamn time, but I've never actually listened to them.
So
And then like they got like Lil Huddy there as well. I don't know any Lil Huddy, but I know he's popular. Seosin is gonna be there. I'm excited for that.
I like Seosin.
Didn't expect that whatsoever, but there's a shit ton of bands there that I'm very excited to see. So another thing which we were slightly talking about right before this, the event organizers for this. A lot of people are tweeting out. It's like, oh, it's the same people who did Astroworld, which if you live under a rock, very bad. That being Live Nation.
How many dead?
Oh,
What was the kill count? What was
more than a couple. Don't remember. It's like 12 or 13, right?
Last I heard it was 8.
I thought it was 12.
Well, but that was pretty
that
early.
was-
Yeah, that was the
That
next
was
day.
like a day in, yeah. Let's see, they're getting a logistical man on it.
10.
10. Okay, we
Me in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Live Nation is the one that
And 300 injured. Just
300
throwing that one in there.
yeah, real good shit. But they're the ones that are putting on We Were Young, and so that has a lot of people concerned because obviously the security and everything wasn't really taken care of for that show, considering how many people got injured and killed in a stampede from the gates. Like, it just shouldn't have happened in the first place. And other people are saying, oh, it's different security, this is venue security, they have to handle it differently, blah, blah, blah. But, how much control will Live Nation have over this to basically fuck people over? Which brings us to let me see, right here, ticket policy. All sales are final, no refunds or exchanges. That's on the When We Were Young website itself. When you're looking up the ticket information, that's what they say. On Live Nation, they state that tickets are refundable. What's the truth? Like, which one is accurate? You're expecting people to pay $250 about, and then go out to Vegas, pay for a hotel accommodation for one night. Still doesn't make sense. Do a multiple day, and just like expect for people not want to not have to refund their ticket at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can understand if it was like, hey, no ticket refunds within 30 days before the event. That makes sense. Or even less.
We're 9 months out.
Right, you got time. It sounds to me like they're unsure if the show's going to go on anyway.
That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that with having a no refund ticket policy, people can just buy the tickets and then
ghost. They can ghost. Yeah. Because why does it have to be one day?
Mm-hmm.
What logistical issue requires them? They have to pop it up, do it, and close it down in a day. That's sketchy to me because no one in their right mind wants to put 65 bands in a 12-hour span.
Yeah, which is why.
And if it's gonna even say you block it out, so it works out. That's if nothing goes wrong.
Exactly.
And in the music industry, something always goes wrong.
Something always goes wrong.
I don't that just doesn't make sense to me.
No, and because what happens when you have bands start backing out close to the date, just like Firefest?
Oh.
Then everything starts going downhill. There's going to be mass amounts of people wanting to get refunds and everything. Now they can't. Now people are pissed off. Like, well, where's the line?
Yeah.
Really, where's the line at? So it's really suspicious. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Everything was announced. There was no like, hey, this kind of event might be happening. It was just there.
Right.
Half the artists even knows happening. Like, how does this happen? Like, how does a bigger music organizer just let that happen? It doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It really seems like they're just gonna back out at the last minute and just be like, "Oh, sorry."
And that's what it feels to me too.
It was a ruse the entire time.
Yeah.
It was some kid in his fucking basement making shitty posters.
30 minutes on Adobe. Makes it a couple $100,000.
Just made a couple phone calls, some agents. Nobody bothered to check because everybody's desperate for shows.
And to be fair, there could be a little bit of credibility there because they've done one of these festivals before, back in 2017, I believe. They've done a When We Were Young fest before.
Oh.
That actually happened. But it had much less bands. And I don't remember what the time constraints were. I didn't look into all that. But so why push the envelope on it so heavily now?
Yeah.
Like, they could have done without a lot of these bands. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to see quite literally 90% of these bands on this list. Obviously, no way to do that.
You wouldn't even be able to see. Not even a fraction of what you want to see because it's such a short day with so many people playing.
Which I'll throw the tweet on screen now. But the drummer for Attack tweeted out and put, here I'll show you me trying to figure out how to see all the bands I like on When We Were Young. And I put gonna need to hire a full team of scientists and mathematicians to figure out how to see some of these bands. He put statisticians and marine biologists. I just thought that was funny. Most people are very, very much in agreement that none of this logistically makes any sense.
Because it doesn't.
Yeah, because
And that's gonna. What happens in the next couple of weeks is gonna decide how successful I think they're gonna be. Because if they can lay out a plan, like, hey, look, this is what our plan is. If they can give us some sort of schematic to how this shit show's gonna happen.
It's 2022. We haven't had plans for anything.
And I'm tired of it.
So many years.
I'm tired of it. I'm a man who likes plans.
Shit, bands don't even have plans themselves anymore.
Flying
just
by the seat.
fucking break up.
There's only 4 constants in life: death, taxes, shitting yourself at least once, and Dance Gavin Dance releasing new music all the time.
True. No, you forgot the 6th one. Ronnie Radke being an asshole on the internet.
Tweet.
Hey, hold this mic stand.
Send tweet.
In other music news, Every Time I Die broke up. Yeah.
I don't care about Every Time I Die.
Which is fair, but
Never really heard of them, so. I don't know.
they have. So I first heard about them from, it was either you or Brandon, but it was It Remembers featuring Brendan Urie. The song slaps. Such a good fucking song. I listened to the new album. It was good. Not my favorite thing, but a lot of people are fucking broken up about it, just like the band. But a lot of people are very upset because some of these people grew up with the band. It's their like musical inspiration, or
Mhm.
really changed the way they listen to music. And stuff.
Speaking of Brendan Urie, what's he up to?
Like scandals and allegations, mostly. Yeah. He had some pretty rough shit last year, I think, about him using some terms that shouldn't be allowed and other stuff.
Fun.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, okay, bye bye, you're gone.
Because like for a second there, he was the guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, he still is in some capacity. Like he's still a great vocalist. Him saying racially insensitive things doesn't change the fact that he's a great singer.
He can sing them on perfect key.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he can see those racial stereotypes on a great key. Really looked up to Johnny Craig, that guy.
Oh.
But so yeah, not doing well. I don't know about like here recently, but probably along the same lines as All Time Low and any other punk rock band, like once a week at this point.
Heard that.
Never heard of that band. Tell me that doesn't sound like a band.
It does. Wait, every other week or punk rock allegations?
Punk rock allegations does not sound like a band name.
No, it
Get
doesn't.
your head
But it
out
sounds
your
like a
butt.
news article.
It does. I thought I bought this already. Do I have to buy this again?
Taskbar X.
Yeah. I don't like this taskbar at the bottom.
So Activision
Oh, you mean the rulers of the world?
and
Xbox.
Microsoft. Who's excited for Master Chief in Warzone?
No,
Yo.
fuck.
Y'all see the art of soldiers? Was it 77?
76.
Soldier 76 in Master Chief armor. Have you seen that
No, I
tweet
didn't
yet?
see it. No.
He's like, we're all Spartans now. It's his head photoshopped on top of a red, white, and blue Spartan.
I saw somebody tweet.
That was Blizzard officially.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I saw somebody tweet, can't wait to play as Minecraft Steve, joined by a hamster and Master Chief in Overwatch 2.
Yeah, like we're ever getting Overwatch 2.
Dude, somebody was like, now that this acquisition has gone through, we might actually get Overwatch 2. I hope not, honestly. At this point,
I'm a little on the fence about Overwatch. I think it has a chance to come back and be something that would be honestly fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now,
Have you played Overwatch recently?
not recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one. Not good.
It's very stale gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying maybe it's time that they can release something that brings it back to the forefront.
I will be optimistic about it, just like the emo Firefest.
No.
I will remain slightly optimistic because I forgot to mention, there's code on the website for a second day. Why they didn't announce the second day, who knows? But there's actual website code. You can just use Google Chrome developer tools and find it. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Anyways, Overwatch 2 has had so many delays that it feels hard to be optimistic for it.
Well, I'm an optimistic kind of person, so I'm always, hope for the best.
Expect the worst.
If you expect the worst, you can never be disappointed.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I know you haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, you still haven't seen it. Sorry, no spoilers.
If Zendaya can say it, then it's gotta be true.
It's
It's really
true.
a Spider-Man movie.
I figured when you said Zendaya.
Well, Zendaya can be in different things. I mean, she's in Euphoria that we've all absolutely watched.
Yeah, in Dune, where she looks out into the sun like 8 times.
Hey, fuck, I liked it, dude.
I want to see it until that, actually.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah, no, it's actually really good. A lot of people thought it was really stale, didn't like it, but I thought it was very, very solid. I mean, it's an intro movie. It's gonna be a full series.
And then also, Dune, when it came out in, I don't want to get the
Yeah,
actual
like the
date.
fucking 1600s. Or
Yeah,
what?
I saw the original Dune, which, by the way, that's a movie that's hard to follow. It's bad, but that was when this kind of stuff was just coming to the forefront. These writers and everything were making these fantastical lands. That it was very fantastical. So it's hard to follow for some people. Which
I mean, look at Wizard of Oz. That was pretty hard to follow considering they melted a chick's face off in that movie, and in real life, to be fair.
And now I can just Google that and find it on
Exactly.
any Google search.
1984.
1984. Okay.
Yes.
A while ago, yeah. I'm trying to say people back in 1984 are old now.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair, actually. You got
That's
that.
not what I was saying, but now that you put me on the spot, and yes,
I'm doubling down.
absolutely. I don't think that they should. No, we don't want to get into my views on old people.
Come on, controversy.
But anyways, so them trying to bring, especially a dated story, back to the modern viewer, like it's gonna be hard, and then at the same time to keep the story's soul still there. It's gonna be even harder if you want, again, do you want everybody to like it, or do you want it to be the story that it was? And that's a big issue for a lot of
Do you
directors.
want your original fans to enjoy, or do you want new fans?
And you want both. That's the sweet spot.
It's always preferred, but one movie actually hits that point.
Lord of the Rings.
Not
That's
saying
fair. That's fair. Except, in my opinion, I didn't like the Hobbit movies.
They're all right.
I don't know if that's controversial or not, but like.
Oh, it's very
not,
controversial.
Okay,
But,
did not like the
I'll
Hobbit.
see you guys next week.
It's not a fan.
They were really good.
It was one of those things that I watched all the movies in theaters and just didn't enjoy it.
Oh, I enjoyed the hell out of them. Like, again, with the things I would have done differently, absolutely.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can say that about most movies.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, especially now, like, as people, we consume so much content
Too much.
that our expectations are incredibly high. So, like, you're never going to be able to meet the wants of the people.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, that's fair.
They'll never be able to seize the means of production.
Don't come right. There, as of today, there's a new like hack thing in Warzone. Go figure. Hackers are Harry Pottering the game by flying vehicles around. They're
Of course they are.
actively flying
Damn you,
vehicles
Ron
around.
Weasley.
and running people over, like just and then going. Like
I played Halo before.
It's that's it.
It's like a banshee.
Yeah, they're benching around like ATVs, Jeeps, everything.
God damn.
It blows my fucking mind that we have an anti-cheat and it's still not good enough. I was scrolling through TikTok before I got here, and there was somebody just live streaming them hacking.
Welcome to 2022. The slogan of this year is just not good enough.
Not good
It's
enough.
just not good enough.
Our festivals, our games.
Well, back to actually the original topic, Microsoft buying.
Oh yeah.
Totally lost that one.
Wait, we get to say this. Say Microsoft, fix your game.
I'm excited for Microsoft. I know everybody's like, hey, they're taking over the world again.
Please let them.
I've
given up hope on Sony.
because they've created something, and I'm super excited about it. Because I remember whenever I was telling Austin about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when they first said that they were backing away from the idea of them making games and focusing on being a center for the gaming industry.
Grabbing studios and having them do it.
Yes, instead of they had their 2 studios or whatever.
Yeah.
But now they're like they want to be an entertainment entity, not just a single game studio or a single equipment, whatever.
No, of course, yeah.
And then they were like, we're gonna want to expand our portfolio. And ever since that tweet, I've been looking for them to make these moves.
Yeah.
And it started with them just buying getting ready to.
Yes, I have a point.
Okay.
They've been making these small acquisitions, like small companies. I want to say they grabbed Sony. I want to say Sony grabbed Double Fine for Psychonauts.
Yes.
They made the shitty Psychonauts game, and then Xbox
How
was
was
like.
it bad?
I want to say it wasn't great at all. It was like some VR thing that they did. It was like a VR experience.
Well, didn't they make Psychonauts too? Or is this before?
This is before that.
Okay.
So yeah, so Sony did Psychonauts experience. I forgot what they even called it. And then Xbox was like, no, wait, want it back. They took Double Fine, and then they made Psychonauts 2. But they've been picking up all these smaller entities, and they're like, oh wait, Bethesda. And
Which Bethesda was the first huge one.
Yeah, now
we were
and,
like,
and
what
that,
the fuck?
and
is
that was
going on?
that was when they're like, all right, now we want people to know that we're coming at them, and that's when they made that deal with EA that they put EA games on Game Pass.
Which honestly just nuke EA at this point. God.
Yeah, and that's what
oof.
they're positioning themselves that they're taking all these companies that are falling into struggle, and then I definitely see them. They're gonna start building them up again.
Oh,
And-
hopefully.
And that's because what we've seen, you know, with Halo, they breathe life back into Halo. Thank God.
Oh, dude, yeah. The new Halo is very, very good.
And that's what, like, you know, they went straight to Game Pass. They built Game Pass, and they were like, hey, this is that thing we had. And everybody was like, fuck you, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to work. They're like, all right, I'm going to buy you now, and now you have to be
Now
here.
you have to.
And now everybody was like, wow, if I pay $15 a month, I can play 5 billion games, and half of them are AAA titles.
Game Pass is quite literally the best thing to happen to gaming.
It is huge now. And now that they have Activision.
I'm not sure I understand.
Now that they have Activision.
And you want to understand, all right?
You want to know what words it
Blizzard?
saying?
Yeah.
Quite literally the best.
Blizzard. So now we're going to see Diablo. We're going to see all those kinds of games going to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe they can start by canceling Diablo Immortal and just focusing on Diablo 4.
Yeah, I don't know what Immortal was about. And that's what, again, like, and we were talking about this, it was a perfect timing because Activision blew it with Vanguard.
Oh,
Absolutely blew it.
Oh, yeah.
And then here comes Blizzard with all their allegations and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing, like, they take it, like, all right, you guys fucked it up. Now I'm going to take it, and I'm going to pay y'all to do it right this time.
Yeah.
So if they can do it right, we could probably see the renaissance of the gaming industry again. Call of Duty coming back to being an actual game. Sorry, Warzone.
But not Star Wars.
Yeah, it's bad.
I like Warzone, but it's not great.
And, you know, maybe Overwatch 2. Maybe get fucking Diablo 4 to actually come out. You know.
Or maybe they'll just take over the world.
And you know what? I'm okay with that too.
Which is something we're going to have to pay attention for because now that they've announced it, started making the move, this goes to the DOJ and everything. Like they already announced that they are actively watching this to make sure it doesn't fall under monopolization rules.
So what is the rule of monopolization? Like at what point does it become a monopoly?
I think when it turns into a board game.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know enough about the rules. I know smarter people than me on the internet have said and shown reports that the DOJ will be watching it as a possible monopolization. From what I saw, people don't think it's going to happen, but you can never be too sure. I mean, people are going to...
Yeah, I mean, it's not all the big... What's the big four right now? Do you have a big... Is there even a big four anymore?
For what?
The gaming industry.
No, I don't think so. Just because there's a incredibly large population of video game players that exclusively are just like, fuck everything AAA, and they only play indie games.
Yeah.
So I don't think there can be a monopolization just because there are still so many other ways. Like there's in no way, shape, or form is Microsoft saying you can't make games anymore. You can't make games anymore. They're just saying, hey, I have a lot of money and I'm going to make these games. I'm going to try to entice you to play these games, but also to take over the world. Yeah. Because I wholeheartily believe that Microsoft's CEO, Satya Nadella, looks like a fucking supervillain.
He does, yeah.
He'll be on screen momentarily for you.
Supervillain. Right there. I won't remember that name.
Supervillain.
He's bald. That instantly qualifies him for a supervillain.
I have something I have to tell y'all then.
I knew all that hair was fake.
So speaking on the new possibilities for gaming and stuff, and the failure of previous Activision/Blizzard games, looking at Vanguard and everything, sales and public response, dog shit, horrible.
You heard what they're doing with the next Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, I have. So, which is what I was just about to talk about. The new Call of Duty, which will be the Modern Warfare sequel, will be released more than likely earlier than the previous Call of Duty. So I think they were hinting at like an August or September release window, which is like 2 months earlier. Like normally they're released in mid-November, right? And a lot of people got upset with that, but a lot of people don't realize this game, the sequel to Modern Warfare that we got in 2019, has been being worked on since 2019.
Yeah, Activision is big enough that they have multiple teams working on multiple.
It's Affinity War.
You just know this is how the fucking room reading where you just last game flop. Make this new one fast. Like fuck you, man.
But so it's been being worked on for a long time. which you have to take with a grain of salt. From the last like quarterly report they got on it or something, they said that the build that they had could just be released now and it would be like working condition, blah blah blah. So like
I'm tired of working condition.
But yeah,
I am tired of working
I'm
condition.
But that was the same thing that was set for Vanguard, and we saw Vanguard on release. It wasn't good.
To be honest with y'all, I haven't seen a single shred of footage, gameplay, nothing. Nothing in my soul wanted to see that game.
The only reason I know Vanguard exists.
That's Vanguard,
is because Anthony plays it.
I do play it.
And I don't even know what the game looks like.
Call of Duty hurt me a long time ago, so I am very, very skeptical about my Call of Duty.
So you know that feeling you get when you go to class? I mean, I'm just going to use this example because it's fresh in my mind. And it's like, man, you know, you're ready to go. You're uncomfortable in your seats. You know, you're watching the clock. You're not even listening to what the professor's saying. You're ready to get the fuck out of there, right? You know that feeling of just dread and just like, ugh, in your stomach? I felt that constantly while playing any Warzone, like I felt that all the time. Sprinkle in a little bit of anger, like somebody just walked in and just, I don't know, said, "You want $1 million?" Nope. Then slapped you in the face and left. Like that's the anger that I would feel.
Anger's there for sure.
This game.
My poor HyperX mouse is taking some abuse. I'll be honest.
And see, when Modern Warfare came out, I was actually very impressed with it. It was a game that I was waiting for.
Modern Warfare 2019, we played the shit out of it.
And I think the second Warzone became a facet of that, not a faucet. Faucet's this.
A little trickling of the faucet.
Cold faucet. Okay.
I had a thought for a totally different game.
Which we could talk
I felt like they lost it. They started they're like, oh shit, monetization. Like.
So you think Warzone made Modern Warfare 2019 worse?
I feel like it killed it.
Really?
Because you lost a lot of your player base to the Warzone, because Battle Royale was the thing. I don't know if it is a thing. Is that a thing?
No, it's still
a thing? Okay.
Yeah. We're still riding that high.
Which, I just thought of something else I want to talk about. But yeah.
And that's what again, me, I like looking pretty. So I buy packs after packs. So. Thank you. I buy all the customization shit. It's one of my worst things. And that's what Warzone, they jumped on that hardcore. And for me, what Modern Warfare did for me was it was very realistic. And it made you, it gave you that feel of actual warfare.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, now we have Scream in the game. We have, it becomes Fortnite-y.
I mean, I understand that, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there was packs like that before Warzone came out. Warzone came out 6 months after the Modern Warfare 2019, I think.
Yes. And that's what, I liked it when it was more, again, I like my realism. When you had in moments of realism and a lot of that weird shit, like the fucking sticks you beat each other up with.
Sticks, yeah.
When those things started getting into the game, I just I don't know, I lost my interest in it, you know. But that's my personal thing because I'm weird about my games.
Yeah, anyway. You're a very tactical player. You like tactical shooters more than names.
Yeah. So
why you love Tarkov so much?
Yeah. Speaking of Tarkov, did you see the newest weapon they're adding to Tarkov because they showed the art for it?
Yes, I don't remember what it was because I saw Silly tweet. He was like, "Guess I gotta go back to work."
The AUG.
AUG, that's right. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
I love the AUG.
Yeah, with the mill scope and everything.
Yep. They tweeted about it the other day. They tweeted the art of it and it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to not shoot this gun either.
Right? Can't wait to get killed by it all the time. You can see it in the distance as the muzzle flash.
And then your game crashing, you have to wait in a queue for 30 minutes.
I want to know if somebody.
That's what my new PC is probably gonna have to come first before I start playing Tarkov again. I can't.
Which is fair.
I'm tired of getting kicked.
Which is crazy that it does it that much to you.
Yeah.
I've played other games and you haven't had issues.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but.
Did y'all hear that My Hero Academia is getting a battle royale?
Do what?
Yeah. There's a battle royale centered around the My Hero Academia.
I'm gonna watch the show first, but
just go play Spellbreak.
It's a. I wish Spellbreak had died.
It was good. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
It was so fun.
It was so much fun.
We won our very first game. It was all downhill from there. To be fair.
Rumor is that everyone wins their first game because it's bots.
But we won our second game.
No.
They say the first like 5 games is bots until they place
Fuck.
you in a
Well,
ranking.
we won our 6th game. I
See,
think.
so remember how we won, then we won,
Yeah.
then we stopped winning?
Yeah.
It's because when we stopped winning is when we got put into an actual lobby.
I'm hurt.
Lies, blasphemy. I don't believe it.
Hey, look, man, Google told me so. And not
Fuck.
not the internet Google.
Yeah.
Simon was actually very big into that game.
Simon was. We used to talk about it a lot. Oh, it's so sad.
And he just like, he's like, everyone wins the first game. He goes, it's bots for like the first 5 matches.
Don't you say that to me. God damn it.
Anyways, the My Hero Battle Royale actually looks like a lot of fun. Like, it's similar to Spellbreak in that way. And it, they have a bunch of characters. Seems really fun. I believe it's free to play. I don't know when it comes out. But it's probably going to be like a shit show of a game. Guaranteed.
It's gonna flop because what's happening is you're taking all of these. So we live in an age where there's no
You live in
new
a society.
idea. We live in a
there's
we
no
live in a
originality.
society where there's no originality. Anything. It's always just what's popular. Let's take it and mash them together. So what's happening is you're getting situations where popular show, popular game mode. Bam! Why don't we blend them together and make My Hero Battle Royale? There's people like Anthony who's like, I'll look into it. It's interesting. And then there's people like me.
Content creator, by the way.
There's people like me who
got
guys
it.
like we're growing more and more. We're just like, no, I'm just not consuming your content anymore.
I'm going back to my Beaver City builder and call me when there's something good coming out.
You
I'm going-
shut the That game looks so much fun.
I know. I actually want it. It's on my wish list.
Beaver City. What's it called?
Lumberborn or Timberborn.
I give Austin another 2 years before he's just like, fuck that AAA game. I'm gonna go play another 300 hours of Age of Empires.
You know what? Me and Pestillo are gonna have the best
Yeah.
time. Look at this. Look at this.
On screen.
Yeah, I'll throw it on screen.
Look at
I got
this.
so much to edit tonight. Goddamn.
Look at this.
That's a beaver builder.
These beavers are good at what they do.
Is
And
that
yo,
beaver
shout
out of
out
hat?
beavers.
$20 right now. Purchase.
Oh, I got a fucking qualm. Final Fantasy 14, right? They released their new expansion. What?
That game terrifies me. What y'all
December
know about
12th, I think. They experienced horrible server queues, right? Frequent disconnects, error codes, the whole 9 yards. Their decision was to take off the standard editions and complete editions for the game. Like, so new players just, like, you couldn't buy the new game. Or buy the base game, which you needed for the new DLC in Walker. So they could limit the influx of their players, like the players coming in. So the people who had already been playing the game can have priority over new players coming in. That sounds cool in theory, except for me, who it's been over a month since that has come out, and I'm still unable to legitimately buy Final Fantasy 14. I can buy it from G2A, but it's marked up like 50% on G2A. Like, I would be paying, I'm bad with math, so that might not be correct, but it's about like $36, $37 on G2A. On Steam, it's it's just supposed to be $20 for the standard edition, which is A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. And so I would need to play through those before buying any of the other expansions anyways, right? But it's still locked. Like, you can't buy those. You can't get a subscription to the game.
That's wild.
Yeah, you can't do a free trial, nothing. They have it all locked because of the server queue stuff. It sucks.
14. I haven't played really any of the Final Fantasies. It's just I have this weird thing about anime games, like that have that anime feel to them, that I've never got into.
Yeah.
But like
that's fair.
I'm interested. I do want to get into it, but I feel like there's just so much content.
There is a lot of
Because like
content.
I've been asked Charlie, friend of ours,
Yeah.
is trying to get me to play. She's like, you'd have so much fun. You could do this, and that. There's this. 3 hours later, there's this. It's like,
Which I had messaged her about it. I was like,
it's like
I can't buy the game.
like that sounds great, but I don't have a 40-hour work week that I could dedicate to this.
Yeah. Yeesh. But yeah, so I wanted to get into it. I was planning on buying it yesterday. And I was like, I still can't fucking buy the game. Like, it pissed me off. I was like, because now I don't want to waste time trying to get the game.
Yeah.
Like, ever now. I'll just focus on playing something else.
Maybe one day we can all get in, you know, have some fucking round days. I think that'd be fun.
Fucking, it would be cool if it would ever fucking.
One
happen.
game that's also doing the same thing, Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, ESO.
Holy shit! I bought it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I played the ever living shit out of it. It kind of got stale. What are we now? 3 years later?
Still stuff.
I think we're longer than 3 years later.
Quite a long time. They've had 3 massive expansions. That game has so much shit going on in it now that like I don't know where to start.
I played ESO as beta. Like I was a beta tester for it. Fucking hated it. Dog shit. Bad. It was the worst MMO that I've beta tested to date.
Really?
And I alpha and beta tested the original Final Fantasy 14 before they took off shelves and then brought back as A Realm Reborn. It was horrible at the start, and then me and Austin gave it a try. 2 years later?
Yes.
After like the full release, we played
That was when
for a bit.
that was during one of its expansions that we bought it.
Yeah, it was like it might have been the first expansion that we bought it.
The Morrowind expansion
Wasn't good.
gave it some life,
Yeah.
and now they're doing not monthly, but they're doing like they have this big season that they've been releasing content.
It was for Morrowind. Like that is the one we bought it from. Wow, no joke. They've had very many.
Yeah, like it has so much content in now. Like it has exploded.
Do they have mounts and stuff? Because that was my biggest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When the game came out, was that you would have to trek halfway across the map on foot. Like you wouldn't have a map.
I thought that was Mount whenever we were playing it too.
You couldn't get Mount till you were level 5 or something like that. There was a level you had to be to unlock.
Okay, maybe it was that, but like some of the intro quests, you gotta go so fucking far.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a starter edition that it gives you a horse. Best fucking thing in the world.
Okay.
Because you could go and fucking equip that bitch and you can fucking start riding around. I agree with you. Whenever I started playing the game, I was like, man, this is a lot of fucking walking.
A lot of walking. I mean, New World had that issue as well.
Kingdoms of Amalur was so. That was a game that I stopped playing because it was like I spent 30 minutes trekking here and it was like did a thing for a couple minutes. Like, all right, now go back. No fast travel.
One of my favorite authors wrote that game.
Really?
Drizzt.
Okay, great game. I
R.A. Salvatore. He wrote that entire thing.
He
wrote
out of the game.
all of it.
The only thing I didn't like was the walking simulation.
You played like the new edition of it, or like when it originally?
I want to get the Re-Reckoning.
A long time ago.
I was about to say, yeah, no, I did as well.
Long time ago.
I haven't touched Re-Reckoning.
I haven't touched it either.
I put so much time in that original game that I was like, nah, I'm good.
I wouldn't mind getting it and finishing it because I don't think I ever finished it.
Finish him.
I believe I did, but that was so fucking long ago. I played Oblivion after that, so that synced up most of my time.
Yeah. My dad spent the entire 2020 to 2010 playing that game, or 2008. So there was a 10-year spot where my father played that game. My dad actually has played every second. Like anything that you could do, he's done twice. Like he's done everything, and he did it all in the fucking Crusader armor.
Oh.
Like he would use that only.
Yeah, only.
Yeah, and like he would fucking commit a crime, get that armor stripped from him, and he'd go do the fucking bullshit pilgrimage. One of the hardest things in the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like
you just skooma through everything.
Yeah.
Skooma. Jesus Christ.
This is the same guy who played Meridian 59. So
I have no idea what that is.
very old game. Just as what's it called? What's it called? Very like it was the beginning of online gaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all of like 8 megabits.
I mean, it was a 96 game.
Sounds about right.
But that's one of those you die, it's over, you have to restart.
It's hardcore.
Very hardcore game. Anyway, got off topic.
I mean, anything is on topic if you let it be.
Right.
So.
No, if we want to get this D&D thing.
Yeah. So that'll be.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock. So that'll be the end of it. Thank you for watching the podcast. Go ahead and follow us all on our socials. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
The whole 9. Check out the other videos on the channel, and
see y'all next time.
We'll see you next time, and we'll try and keep this to once a week if I have time to edit everything at the end of the night. So thank you for watching.